I was listening to Jim Rohn, and he died in 2009. Um, and you know, one thing I love about him and Bob Proctor, and I guess there are probably a few more, but those are the people who I listen to. Him and Bob Proctor, right? One thing that I love about them, and these men were well into their 50s, well into their 60s, still talking about the mentors they met at 25. I know Les Brown's another one too. I want to make an impact on a few people's lives, or at least one person's life, where they go the rest of their life talking about the impact I made on them, like the positive impact that is worth more than any dollar, any any like that's one of like the beneficiaries of my purpose Kiumba, where it says to leave your basically to leave your um your community better than you found it. And that's one of the best ways that you know you left your community better than you found it. I can't imagine if Mr. Schoaf, Jim Rohn's mentor, or Ray something, for Bob, would have been in their 60s watching their student, uh, teach the world, and they're talking about the impact like that shit makes me like gives me a cry for real. The impact that they had on their life at 25. That is so powerful to me. Like, imagine you being well over 60 and still being talked about in a positive way at at 40. This is even 40. Even 40 years old, you still talking about Mr. Stroke gave me this notebook. Ooh, um, he gave me this lesson and that lesson and this lesson, and it sowed the seed to everything else, and that's so powerful to me. That's why that impact of money, time, energy, success is so important, because it's like, yo, 40 years from now, you're like, wow, I made that much of an impact on somebody. Like, that makes life worth living. Like, 20, 30 years from now, somebody is still saying, yo, he gave me this book and it changed my life. He said this word to me and it changed my life. And I really wanna have that impact on somebody, like on some, yo, my man's gave me this book. My man's gave me this understanding, and it shifted everything for me. It it gave me such a level of perspective that I never saw life the same. I never saw life the same. And that's powerful, bro. I never saw life the same. And I think I have one of those where Aaron, his presence always made me want to be sharper. And like I don't think I've caught up yet, but I'm on my way. I think I'm later than him, because he was more successful my age. When he was my age, he was more successful. And one day I want to have lunch with him again. I mean, like when I'm more successful, and just be like, hey, thank you for your impact, because you being excellent really, even though I was on the wrong track of my purpose. And what I mean by that is we crossed paths on the notion of I'm ready to get a job. And years later I come to the understanding that that doesn't work for me. Years later I come to the understanding. Sorry, I saw a house that said it's under contract. About real estate. I'm like, damn, I need to get my shit together. Anyway, like, it's so yeah. He had that impact, his excellence, and his like. I wish I'd have listened more because he was a reflection of myself. Um, and I wish we had more lunches. I, I hate the fact that he disappeared after we spoke. Like he went AWOL, like balls to the wall, like disappeared. I think he would have had a great impact on my life if he would have stayed in it a little bit longer. Um, and let's say we even had like a conversation once a month, that'd have been great. And yeah, it'd have been great if we could have a conversation at least once a month. But yeah, I would love to have that impact on somebody's life 25 years from now and say, wow, he really spoke to my life. Um, and yeah.